everybody, welcome back to Nicky Case. I think you all guys know what it is, but just in case you don't remember, it's basically a guy who makes these games that teach you about stuff. Last time we played We Become a We Behold, which was, I can say, interesting. And this time we're playing Wisdom of Crowds, or Madness Crowds, which is basically teaching us about our social circles. Anyways, oh wait, I actually have a new thing to do. See, back in the labs, I was wondering why the subscribers weren't getting notifications. But then I realized we've discovered this bell you can click that notifies you whenever I make a new video. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Anyways, let's hop in. Sir Isaac Newton was pretty sure he was a smart cookie. I mean, after inventing calculus and a theory of gravity, he should be clever enough to do some financial investings, right? Anyways, long story short, he lost $4,600,000 in today's dollars in the nationwide speculation fund of the South Sea bubble of 1720. As Mr. Newton later said, I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. Yeah, sucks for him. Of course, that's not the only time markets, intuitions, or entire democratics went haywire. The masses of crowds, and yet, when you lose hope in humanity, you see citizens coordinating to rescue each other in hurricanes, communities creating solutions to problems, people fighting for a better world, the wisdom of crowds. But why do some crowds, but our today's question is, why do some crowds turn to madness or wisdom? No theory can explain everything, but I think a new field of study, network science, can guide us. And its core idea is to understand crowds. We should look not at the individual people, but all their connections. So let's draw a network. Each connection represents a friendship between two people. So we draw this to connect to something, and that to disconnect. Good? Wait. Now, social connections are more than just making pretty pictures. People look at their social connections to understand the world. For example, people who look at their peers to find out what their friends, not counting themselves, are, say, binge drinkers. So I guess these are alcoholics. Draw and erase connections. See what happens. Cool. Oh, nice. Oh, so if I do that, it creates 50%. But what happens if I disconnect? Nothing happens. Cool, got it. However, networks can fool people. Just how the earth seems flat because we're on it. People may get the wrong ideas about society because they're in it. For example, a 1991 study showed that virtually all college students reported that their friends drank more than they did, but that seems impossible. How could that be? Well, you're about to invent the answer yourself. By drawing a network, sisters, it's time to fool everyone. Puzzle time. Fool everyone thinking that the majority of their friends, 50% thresholds, are binge drinkers. Even though the binge drinkers are outnumbered 2-to-1. Anyways, let's draw that. Let's draw that. And I think drawing that. And that. And that. And that. And that. Oh, but let's draw a new connection there. Oh, nope. I'm actually trying to solve this puzzle. Now let's do that. See, that won't work. Oh. Nah. It's actually kind of difficult. I'm actually kind of struggling. Okay, so let's try this again. Boom. Boom. Okay, let's get all these guys 50%. Okay, now, boom. And this guy tricks that guy. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. That guy. Ah, this guy. It's always this guy. Why? Okay. And now let's connect. Yeah, I did it! Congrats! You manipulated a group of students into believing the prevalence of an incredibly unhealthy social norm. Good going. Thanks? What you created is called majority illusion, which explains why people think political views are consensus, or I can't pronounce that, or why the extremism may seem more common than it actually is madness. But people don't just passively observe others' ideas and behaviors and actively copy them. Now let's look at something called network science called contagions. Let's put aside the threshold thing for now. Let's just put it over here. Just put it to the side of you. With some information, misinformation, fake news, as the cool kids say. And every day that person spreads the rumor like a virus to their friends. Like an example being, I'm trying to think of a good example. That Ed Gould did not know how to draw a pineapple, so he drew a watermelon as Tom's father. That is fake. I think it's fake. Because there's no proof of him ever saying that, and then it's just getting passed on an internet myth. That was just the best example I could think of. And every day, they write to their friends, and then they spread to their friends, and so on. So it's a simulation. P.S. You can't draw while the Sims running. Oh, everybody's dunce. No, despite the negative name, contagions can be good or bad, or neutral, or ambiguous. That there's a strong statistical evidence. The smoking health, happiness, voting patterns, and cooperation levels are all contagions. And even some evidence of suicides, mass shootings are too. Well, that's pretty depressing. Indeed it is. Anyways, puzzle time again. Draw a network and simulate the running. And so that everyone gets affected with the contagion. New rule, you can't cut fake infections. Okay, let's draw there. Oh. Okay, that should be good. Win! Fan-flippin-tastic. The madness spreading is called an informational cascade. Mr. Newton fell for such a cascade in 1722. The world's financial institutions fell for such a cascade in 2008. However, this simulation is wrong. Ban it. That's wrong. Fake news. Cancel it on Twitter. Most ideas don't spread like viruses. Many beliefs and behaviors you need to be exposed to the contagion more than just once in order to be infected. So network scientists have come up with a brand new, better way to describe how ideas and / behaviors spread. They call it complex contagions. Let's bring back the thresholds and binge drinkers examples. When you played for the first time, people didn't change their behavior. Yeah, Jesus didn't. Now, let's simulate what happens if people start drinking when 50% of their friends do. Before you talk to Sim, ask yourself what you think should happen. Okay, everybody, think to yourself right now. I'm going to pause it for a bit. And I'm just going to let you guys think what you think is going to happen. Talk to yourself, maybe, and I'll just let you think for a minute. Okay, guys, that should be enough thinking. Anyways, let's start the simulation. Oh! Unlike our earlier Unlike our earlier fake news contagion, this contagion does not spread to everybody. The first few people get infected because although they're the only one getting exposed to one binge drinker, that binge drinker is 50% of their friends. Yeah, they're lonely. That means you have like 2 friends. Yeah, they're alone. In contrast, the person near the end of the chain did not get infection. While, because they were exposed to a binge drinking friend, they did not pass the 50% plus threshold. The relative percent of the infected friends matters. That's the difference between complex contagion theory and our naive it spreads like a virus simple contagions theory. You could say simple contagions are just contagions with more than the 0 infection threshold. However, contagions are nearly necessarily bad. So enough about crowd madness. What about crowd wisdom? Here we have a person who volunteers to I don't know, rescue people in hurricanes or tutor unprivileged kids in their local community or something cool like that. Point is, it's a good complex contagion. This time, let's say the threshold is only 25%. 25% people are willing to volunteer, but only if 25% or more of their friends do. Hey, goodwill needs a bit of social encouragement. Get infected with the good vibe. Oh, never mind. We're infecting good vibes. We're gonna get some good vibes. We're all turning into hippie. Okay, good, we did it. No, volunteering is one of the many complex contagions. Others include voting, voter turnout, lifestyle habits, changing your beliefs, taking time to understand an issue deeply. Anything that needs more than one exposure, complex contagions aren't necessarily wise. But being wise is a complex contagion. So, what's a real life simple contagion? Usually bits of trivia like the possum has 13 nipples. Yeah. Now, to really show the power of weirdness in complex contagions, let's revisit an earlier puzzle. Remember this? This time, the complex contagion is a bit tougher. Try to infect everyone with complex wisdom. Oh, I can't cut anything. Come on, okay. Yeah, oh, now I just need to click that, and then that. Perfection. Yeah. I need to add one. I'll add one to there. Oh, we did it! Or I did it. Why am I saying we? You're not even here. Hey, they follow my mouse. Hey, everybody, up, left, right, up, down, left, right. This is fun. Huh? Dang. Now you may think that you just need to keep adding connections to spread any contagion, complex or simple, good or bad, wise or mad. But is that really so? Let's revisit another earlier puzzle. It's different. Before you hit the start button below, the complex contagion will just spread that around. No surprise there. But let's do the opposite thing of everything we've done before. Draw a network to prevent the contagion from spreading to everyone. Okay, my idea is, like, how we saw earlier, it's pretty hard for, like, people to get infected because there's, like, a lot of them. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Because let's do that. Let's make everybody friends. I'm making everyone friends. Everyone will be friends. That should be good. Ah! See? You see? While more connections will always help the spread of simple ideas, more connections can hurt the spread of complex ideas. Makes you wonder about the internet. And this isn't just a theoretical problem. This can be a matter of life or death. Ooh. The people of NASA were smart cookies. I mean, they used Newton's theories to get us to the moon. Anyways, long story short, in 1982, despite warnings from engineers, they launched the Challenger, which blew up and killed 7 people. The immediate cause? It was too cold that morning. Wait, why am I laughing about that? It's serious. That actually happened. Less intimidating cause, the managers joined the engine ignored the engineers' warnings. Why? Because groupthink. While group is too closely knit, as they tend to be at the top of the organization, they become resistant to complex ideas that challenge their beliefs or ego. So now that's how organizations can fall to crowds of madness. But how can we decide for crowds of wisdom? In short, 2 words: bonding and bridging. Too few connections, an idea can't spread. Too many connections, you get groupthink. Draw a group that hits the sweet spot, just connected enough to get the idea to spread. Okay, I'll try to, like, get there. There. I'll try. Yeah. And then this guy will spread everything. And this guy spreads there, which can spread there, and then spreads there, and that spreads there, with there, and there, and then they use that to get us there, with friends. They make them friends. Then there. And that should be, and I'm going to cut some friends. That should be good. Now hopefully that'll be good enough. Okay, quick. Simple enough. The number of connections within a group is called bonding social capital. But what about the connections between groups? Right. As you may have already guessed, the number of connections between the groups is called bridging social capital. This is important because it helps groups break out of their insular echo I cannot not pronounce insular echo chambers. Build a bridge to infect everyone with complex wisdom. Boom. Boom. And now that gets there. And now that gets there. And there. Oh, no, I should always put that chain. That should be good. Ah! No. That should be good. Yeah, there we go. Like bonding, there's a sweet spot for bridging too. Extra challenge. Try drawing a bridge so thick the complex contagions can't pass through. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Now that we can know how to design connections within between your, let's do both at the same time. Let's go. This is the final puzzle, everybody. Draw a connection with group bonding in between groups, bridging to spread the wisdom to the whole crowd. Okay, I got this. Boom. La boom. La boom. 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 I'm gonna do 2 guys. Get right there. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, I did it! I'm the best. Congrats. You've drawn a very special kind of network that creates with the right mix of bonding, bridging, and profoundly important. They're called small world networks. Unity without uniformity, diversion without division, e pluribus unum, out of many one. No matter how it's phrased, people across times and cultures often arrive at the same piece of wisdom. A healthy society needs a sweet spot of bonds within groups and bridges between groups. That is called, not this, because ideas can spread, nor this, because you'll get groups saying, but but this. Network scientists have a mathematical definition for this ancient wisdom, the small world network. The optimal mix of bonding plus bridging describes how our neurons are connected, fosters collective creativity and problem solving, and even once helped U.S. President John F. Kennedy barely avoid a nuclear war, but he got shot anyways. So yeah, small worlds are the big deal. Okay, let's wrap it up. In conclusion, it's all about contagions and connections. Connections are like how neurons pass signals in the brain. People pass beliefs and behaviors in a society. Not only do we influence our friends, we also influence and even our friends. Be the change you want to see in the world, etc., etc. But like neurons, it's not just signals that matter. It's also connections. Too few connections and complex ideas can't spread. Too many connections and complex ideas get crushed by groupthink. The trick is to build a small world connection, the optimal mix of bonding and bridging, e pluribus unum. So, what about the question from the very ending? How do crowds, some crowds turn into wisdom and or madness? Time to answer our question, everybody. From Newton's to NASA to network science, we've covered a lot here today. Long story short, the madness of crowds is not necessarily due to the individual people, but due to how we're trapped in a network sticky web. That does not mean abandoning our personal responsibility, for we're also the weavers of that web. So improve your contagions, be skeptical of the ideas that flatter you, spend time understanding complex ideas, and improve your connections, bond with similar folks, but also build bridges across cultural and political divides. We can weave a wise web. Sure, it's harder than doodling lines on a screen, but so worth it. The great triumphs and tragedies of histories have caused, not by the people being fundamentally good or fundamentally bad, but by people being fundamentally people. Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Oh my god. Oh. Created by Nicky Case. Play my other stuff. Follow my tweet. Patreon supporters. And wait, no. Anyways, that's gonna be it for Nicky Case today. Next will be. Stay tuned to the next video to see the final Nicky Case game. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Have a good one. Goodbye.